All right. Well, my legendary friend Randy Pitchford, Duval Magic himself, has once again became the attention seeker of the video game industry. I love, and nothing can sum up my comment on Twitter better than this. That's my Randy. It's like I just love the guy. Now people love to hate on Randy Pitchford. It's well known fact that he was a central role in some of the disasters that came up on with Aliens Colonial Marines, a game that is just insane how it's just not a good game despite being perfect in every ways concept wise. So I love Randy. He comes up with this comment. So this is in response to a person, talking about, I'm so very excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm even more excited to bring Borderlands 4 to this incredible magical machine. Look at him. Look at his shirt. Oh man, he's such a legend. And it's so easy for people to hate on them, but sometimes people are just the way they are. It's so funny and funky and so South Park esque that you really can't hate the guy. He's just so hilarious. Um, Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of us gamers aren't gonna pay $80 and feed this notion of constant increase in price tag. You're the CEO. You have some say in the price, whether it comes to you or the publisher. Now, okay, let's listen to what he says. A, not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Oh my god. Oh my god. My local game store had Starflight for Sega Genesis. $80.91. Man, what I wouldn't do to fucking hang out with Randy Pitchford in 1991 and sitting in fucking sitting playing his Sega Genesis fucking in 1981 for $80. It's awesome. You gotta love Randy Pitchford. He's a fucking legend, and yeah, people just hate him though. I mean, and for obvious reasons. The way he's such a bombastic individual. I know this all too well. The more bombastic and otherworldly you are, people tend to have a inclination for being just against you. So I mean, and that's true. It's not really his call. What is he gonna do? Sell the game for fucking $40 on fucking Nintendo Switch? I was working, and he kind of has a point here. Like he has a point. People hate him because like he's kind of telling the truth here. Like I mean, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Look, the price of everything has gone up. So many people are unemployed. Fucking technology and fucking tariffs and shit all over the world. Like everything is getting more expensive. Fucking complain about every single thing that because humans have already made against our will shit cost expensive. So it's not really Randy's fault, and he really has a point. If you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. And yeah, it's so true. It's like I have kept reptiles, and I don't go complaining that it's so fucking expensive for my to get snakes or lizards or whatever. It's just expensive shit, and if every game is going to $80, like we're fucked. It's gonna happen. I paid $80 for the fucking Oblivion remake recently, and it's painful, but I mean there's nothing we can do to stop it. Well, $80 for my currency, but you know what I mean. It's expensive shit, and don't even talk about getting the latest Xbox and 4 games and a couple controllers. Like you're looking at hundreds and hundreds of dollars. What do you think this shit's gonna be free? So for some weird magical internet reason, this has become just an absolute firestorm for Randy, and it's like this is just this has to be one of the worst CEOs ever. Pirate Bay. Yeah, good luck with pirating Nintendo Switch stuff. Um, Everyone disliked that. Bro, what? $80 in 1980 is 186 today. After that means $80 today would have been 34 back then. You were basically spending 200 on an actual physical game, spending that to yeah. So I mean, there's people are really not really upset about that. You are broken beyond crooked, man. This is like back in my day, Borderlands is barely worth $20. And you know what? Here's my thoughts, okay? I played Borderlands 1 when it first came out. How long ago was that? Borderlands, Borderlands 1 release date. 2009. I played Borderlands 1. I enjoyed Borderlands 1. I played the shit out of Borderlands 2. I loved Borderlands 2. I played it because it was a good game at the time. Borderlands games have just lost their luster. You know, you got the Tiny Tina shit, the third game. I was just like, you know what? I just couldn't be bothered. It was something that, you know, obviously I enjoyed in the past. Borderlands 4 is probably going to be a good iteration. It looks good. They've kind of perfected the cell shading, almost made it look a little better in my opinion. It doesn't look like a bad look at Randy picture in that. But Randy's got a lot riding on Borderlands 4. This is a huge fucking release for them. This has been anticipated forever because Borderlands 3 came out a long time ago, I'd assume. Let's see. I feel like it's been a long time. 2019. Okay, so 6 years. It's not too bad. But wasn't really the game of my dreams for sure. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll play Borderlands 3 and 4. I don't know. I've never really been into it as much anymore. It was a cool game at the time. It's neat to check out. Certainly 3 and 4 probably are going to, you know, do what Borderlands game does. Quirky weapons, funny shit, you know, all that garbage. But Randy,
battery 30%.
Battery's 30%. Randy is really, look at that fucking process. Randy has really gotten the fucking maybe Borderlands games are for people without $80. We don't know. Frankly, I don't want to know. It's a market we can do without. You're correct. We will find a way. Real fan, go fuck yourself. Some people hate Randy Pitchford. Now, Randy Pitchford is a hilarious guy. You know, he just has charisma. You know what I mean? And he harkens back to the time of video games are, of course, the nerd hobby. But we've long gone to the point that people who just love video games, just have immersed their life in video games, can achieve kind of a rock star mythos. And you know, we have that with people like you know, we have that with, you know, people like Keanu Reeves and, you know, other people here. Let's see who have John Romero is another one, big one. Yeah, you know, Tim Sweeney, you know, like they're all these like game creators that have kind of become bigger than just a game dude. Phil Spencer, they're like these almost game celebrities. Jeff Keighley, another one. It's pretty epic how we've got like almost rock stars of gaming. And Randy Pitchford is certainly one of those. And just the fact that he's so hated. It's like, oh, fucking Randy Pitchford. He's so great. What a great dude. Yeah, look at that. He is most certainly the coolest dude of those guys on stage. Look at it. Look at the state of Randy Pitchford. He's like a meme person, you know? And to be a meme, what the fuck is he posting? This is the best thing I'm gonna see today. Oh. God. Watch this. Visualize it. Like, what the fuck is he posting here? Oh, that's good. Yeah, so I mean, this is some hilarious ass shit. Actual footage of Randy's tweet from the other day. This type of shit. I mean, that's hilarious, but I don't know. He's just a character. Like, I mean, you cannot you can't fault the guy. I mean, people hate everything these days. They hate people. eh, any person who's in the public forum is going to be hated no matter what they do. But I mean, he's an interesting person, and he's absolutely comic. Oh, look at this. Paul Tassi. What does Paul Tassi have to say about it? Fucking selling you fucking bullshit on Forbes. Gearbox CEO Pitchford went extremely viral yesterday after a week-old tweet passed around and responded to a fan comment about a potential $80 price tag for Borderlands. Not my call if you're a real fan, blah, 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 blah. It's hilarious, and you got this. This is where we're at in society today. This is news. Just a random tweet that actually, um, did that. So I mean, he's a hilarious person. This is so funny. This is another one he posted. So now he's under the microscope for people. Michael Monk is cheaper than a boy of math. Oh man, Randy. He's just funny. I don't know. It's just something about him. He's like, if you ever watch the Canadian show Trailer Park Boys, it's like there is a Randy in that character, but like Randy is like he's like a South Park character. He's just great, and he just so happens to be a massive CEO Gearbox. And you think he's really rich too. Not like Randy Pitchford's net worth about. I mean, he's got to be in the millionaire. I don't think it's like known as much. Randy Pitchford has a net worth of 20 mil. So I mean, he's rich. And I can't. I mean, if I was rich like him and a game developer, the dream of your life, I wouldn't really give a fuck what people thought. This is like pre-Randy. This is like the Randy from back in the day look. But lately he's taken on this like just I don't know what the hair thing. I think he cut that hair, but I mean, yeah, there you go. he's he's just like Newman, he's just a funny guy, and like you can't fault him for doing that. I'm glad we have people like that in the game spaces. He's a comedic person. He has some comedic chops to him, and he's betting big on this Borderlands 4 game. Wade's back in the pricing conversation. Gaming budgets are increasing. It's getting gnarly out there. It is. I mean, like, and GTA is gonna be $80. Nintendo's whole thing that they were hating on, people were just hating on viciously, was that it was gonna cost all this money. So I mean, like, we're not gonna have, Randy. Randy is not the fucking cause of this, people. I mean, are you gonna blame the economy on Randy Pitchford now all of a sudden? Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I don't know. It's funny. He's a character. He just is a total character. It's fucking awesome. He's posting this. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, Randy Pitchford, great, hilarious dude. People hate him, obviously. He makes good points here. Um, and yeah, he maybe is a little bit off his rocker. And like, the dude here, let's see, because he was in some controversy. Now, I'm no person to denigrate anyone like Randy just for the sake of doing it. Philanthropy, Richard, Gearbox Entertainment, Gearbox gives recognition. Look at he's involved in a good Half-Life opposing force. He's been in the game. Opposing force, Blue Shift, Screed 3, Condition Zero. He brought this to the life. He's been in the game. He's a part of the game. Look at the controversies. Evil Times USB controversy. In 2018, former Gearbox Wade Callender filed a lawsuit against Pitchford. Alleged Pitchford left a USB containing sensitive and oh god, that at Medieval Times. Rather clarified the proposal was not that and stated that he saved that for the purpose of studying that magic trick. I mean, dear God, Randy. Dear God. This seems like this is a guy that, obviously it didn't contain it, because if it did, if he had evidence of that, Randy Pitcher would be in fucking jail for the rest of his life. So, I mean, this looked like a big slant on Randy, but still pretty fucked up that he would do some of this. He's just the type of guy you could imagine, going to the bar, going to the peelers, fucking partying his face off, playing video games. There's a certain type of people, and there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, he's been in the game for a long time. He's clearly a figure that people dislike. So, voice actor boy, a claptrap, acute picture of assault during a game on conference. And I wouldn't put that past Randy. Randy looks like he could fucking throw down. Randy looks like if he got backed into a corner, Randy Pitchford would be fighting his way out, fucking with fists and cuffs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So he looks like that no bullshit type of guy. But the way he conducts himself is pretty hilarious, and you have to just think that the guy is, just a little crazy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Storing porn on a USB stick, and fucking beating people up, and making hilarious quibs about himself, and this fucking hair. He's just a character. And he's easy to hate because he seems like that kind of no nonsense asshole, but he really is a hilarious gaming personality. And unless he really does something fucked up in the next little while, we could he's a memeable figure. He just is very memeable. He's very hilarious, and I freaking think the guy's awesome. He's a hilarious figure in the gaming industry. We don't get enough of him, of people like him. just to be that, video game rock star that, people like John Romero and them, you think that those, like, that's the shit. The people like them, like those rock star gamers, oh man, what is that? Oh, the fucking. See, he must have been involved in the Borderlands. He's a bit of a disaster, and that's what makes him so lovable. It's okay to love people who are a little bit of a fucking disaster. And that's Randy. So yeah, I mean, he was probably involved in the Borderlands movie. Randy Pitchford seems to be having a meltdown on Twitter. He has to be he has to have had a role in the movie. Pitchford is the executive producer. Oh man. What a fucking disaster. I don't think you could have made a good board. It would have been so unbelievably hard. Now, I'm not saying they couldn't have made it better. I could have probably come up with a better Borderlands movie in my fucking sleep. Just model it after the first game and, have some, various things and things changed around maybe to make it a little bit of that. But, like, it was never gonna be. I never was like, oh, I can't wait for a Borderlands movie. Well, why? Why? It just doesn't have the feel of a movie. Borderlands movie was a flop. Let's see. Borderlands movie, AI is saying the movie earned a meager $31 million. It was reported that it lost around $115 million. God, Randy. So no, Randy's hoping he's gonna get back to the fucking 20 millionaire uh, thing from that. It's hilarious. He's a fucking caricature. He really is a character. The Borderlands movie lost $115 million. Fucking Randy Pitchford. It's all these characters, you got Tommy Tellerico and fucking John Romero. It's just like what a life to live off of, video games, to just be a rock star video gamer dude. Randy Pitchford is that. I mean, he's a caricature. You can't fault the guy for being just an absolute fucking freak. Just the look of him in that is just hilarious. Dear God, the Borderlands movies. What an embarrassment. Aliens, Colonial Marines. Was he? I know he was involved. It was. Randy Pitcher is blaming gamers for the failures. Colonial Marines just isn't a good game. Let's read this. This is back in 2015. Feels like a lifetime ago. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford has spoken up the myriad of canes surrounding the development of Aliens Colonial Marines. Gearbox Software is fighting against a lawsuit, funneled money into other projects. Well, Alien Colonial Marines, I will say this about it. You cannot fix the game. There's just no way. I've tried. I've added mods. There's huge updates. There's just something about it that is fundamentally lost in being a good video game. And was it Randy's fault? I lost somewhere between 10 million and 15 million. See, I mean, like, this guy has taken L's all across the universe. Randy Pitchford failing on that, pissing people off with tweets, losing money on the Borderlands movie, losing money on Colonial Marines. The guy is really isn't, he's a famous rich game person who's failed left, right, and center. Isn't that a beautiful epiphany on our culture is that just take L after L after L and just Randy Pitchford through the fucking thing. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. He's tried Borderlands 4 and it's got him. God, Randy. That's our Randy. Yeah, gamers expressed concern. Let's see what the geniuses over at IGN have to say about this outspoken Gearbox, and that's what he is. He's outspoken. He's just a fucking he's a loose cannon. Outspoken Gearbox chief Randy Pitchford has responded to a fan who expressed concern of the prospect of paying $80 for Borderlands 4. So if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Completely hilarious that he would say that, such a obtuse thing, but that's Randy. I don't know. It's all a hilarious thing, and you know, God, fucking got just absolutely stoked the hive. Look at this. So let's read to end this video off. Let's read some of the absolute hatred that Randy's stoked from Twitter. Again, never give Randy Pitchford money. Borderlands 4 is gonna probably make a good amount of money, honestly. Oops. Iron Man. Randy Pitchford is the biggest dolt in the gaming. It's really think paying $80 makes you a real fan. How many people are gonna buy GTA 6? Huh? Does that make him terrible? You know, this is just the standard. They're trying to make more money off this stuff. They're gonna keep doing. Gearbox employees realizing they'll probably get laid off due to Borderlands 4 underperforming or due to Randy Pitchford being himself. That's a good video, honestly. I find it. Remember, never give Randy Pitchford money. For those people who are surprised that Randy Pitchford is a greasy POS, do yourself a favor and check out this magic as USB sticks. Yeah, we went over that. I know I'm late to the party, but Randy Pitchford told Borderlands 4 they can't afford to buy the game. They're not real fans. Oh my god, that's a funny meme I made. When did I make that? February 2024? God, that was a long fucking time ago. And we'll put a fucking Kevin Hart in it, and we'll put a fucking Kate Blanchett in it, we'll make it all fucking modern. You know what? There was probably two things. There was probably Randy Pitchford, and there was probably all the executives, and they were just constantly fucking going at it, and that's where the Borderlands movie came out. As much as Rand Paul has always disgusted me, I kind of have respect for the fact of how tone deaf. Yeah, I know you can't fault the guy for just randomly tweeting that. I mean, he's a multimillionaire in charge of a massive game corporation, and he's just like, fuck it, just gonna YOLO life. Randy YOLO life, Pitchford. Randy tequila and strippers, Pitchford. He most definitely has tequila and strippers vibes. Oh my god, Randy. No, this is one I didn't even know of. Okay, 2020, June 1st. Randy Pitchford is no stranger to controversy, and this evening he generated a little more with an inappropriate sales pitch. Pitchford took to Twitter to cash in a tragic murder of George Floyd by advertising Duke Nukem 3D anniversary tool. If you want to kill some big cops this weekend, here's the Duke Nukem 3D. Oh my god. Oh my god. Randy? How did you do that, Rand? Why would you, and how it all just slammed under the bus. He got a Borderlands movie, he got Borderlands 4, you know, he's a multi-millionaire still. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Only in this universe could a Randy Pitchford exist. Randy Pitchford is out of his mind if you think I would pay $80 for Borderlands 4. Borderlands 3 was already boring. I haven't played Borderlands 3. I just Borderlands just doesn't really do it for me anymore. I'm not big into looter shooters. Um, Randy, yeah, I mean everybody's dogpiling Randy. It's just you can't help but laugh at the guy. He's just such a quirk. Duval magic. And he's reached kind of like he's kind of like, I mean, he's got a real Bond villain thing going on there, hasn't he? He's like the Bond villain of fucking video games now. People just hate him. They just absolutely hate him. He's almost got 1 million on that one too. I don't know what he was trying to get at here. Myco Punk is cheaper than a point of meth. Probably has fewer side effects too. So is he implying that he knows what the side effects of meth are? Is he talking about a slant on that video game that kind of has a Borderlands look on it? Yeah, he's just selling this game for people who hate him, which is hilarious. Andy Pitchford, please shut the hell up. I want Borderlands 4 to succeed. Hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious. You're not a real fan if you know that. It's great. I love Randy. He's a fucking legend. Peace.